This has been a long time since I upload a ZZZ Zone Zero video on my channel because the game is taking a path of the Genshin Impact where if you don't even have a certain restricted team member, I guess you cannot even clear the endgame mode with a full reverse. And I already upload a certain particular video why the HSR's new endgame mode, which is a Starway mode. This is kind of like a similar to what the ZZZ Zone Zero already introduced to us 6 months ago, and how the ZZZ Zone Zero is totally F up the endgame mode and how the HSR is totally save up what the ZZZ Zone Zero could have into the first place. So I have already make a separate video, you can totally check it out. But since the second anniversary is going to be knocking the door very soon of the ZZZ Zone Zero, they already have the live stream in like yesterday, but by the time this video is released, it might be like a 1 or 2 days, or it might be you already seeing this video when the anniversary are going to happen. Now this anniversary is looking so much lucrative, and also it might be the time that I should totally come back to this game, and the rewards that they are actually trying to give us, oh my god, this is the best mainstream gacha game reward that they could ever produce. This is another thing, even if I just give you a controversial take, this kind of like anniversary is better than the Wuthering second anniversary. Wuthering second anniversary already set a way too much expectation to the player base, especially in the first anniversary. They were promised us they are going to have the Cyberpunk collab, but people were expecting that this Cyberpunk collab are going to have the exclusive event for the second anniversary. Since second anniversary live stream did not even give us any of this like a hint when the Cyberpunk collab are going to happen. Out of nowhere, after second anniversary, they just give us a news that the Cyberpunk collab are going to happen way sooner than later. And especially another thing is that in their first anniversary, they did not even give us any of this like free characters. And also when it comes to the second anniversary, this is also the same one. But ZZZ Zone Zero first anniversary was also good one, because in that time they were giving us standard selector with their signature weapons, and currently they are giving us a free limited characters. Yes, that's the main thing. Well, I'm going to talk about what kind of rewards they are going to give us into this video. So without any further, let's start the video. The first reward is going to be the login rewards. Yes, from the login rewards, when you are going to do a 7 days login, you are going to get a 20 pulls. In a basical of a normal patch, you are going to get a 10 pulls, which is normal thing. Each and every gacha game already has been doing it. For this anniversary special, they are doubling the rewards. You are going to get 20 instead of the 10 in a normal rewards. And another important thing is that you are going to get a 10 pulls when you are going to log in during the anniversary. Just log in it, and also getting a 1600 primo gem by the mail. That's the another important rewards that you have to know. This is not the end of the rewards. They are also going to give us the free characters. Yes man, when am I going to start this? These free characters are going to be consist of a Zendo, Soldier NB, and also the Hugo Vlad, and the Trigger, and last but not least, which is going to be the Lucia. So from this like a 5 limited characters they are going to give us for free, and this is not a free, and also you are not going to get a random as things. You can even have options to pick any of those like characters. So if I give you a little bit of a TLDR, I would suggest you to go for the Lucia, because she is kind of like a best in slot teammates. And if you don't even want to get a Lucia, if you don't even have a wish one, which is kind of like a next or close to Void Hunter level of a character, and also our previous anniversary characters, then other option could be like a Hugo Vlad. Yes, Hugo Vlad is going to be kind of like a best in slot for your DPS character if you are lacking of a DPS. Yes, this guy does not even give any of this like a meta value into this current meta of a ZZZ Zone Zero. But if you don't even have a good amount of DPS or starting this game in the second anniversary, don't even have enough pools to get the Ramila, of course you are going to get, because just clearing the whole end game and also some other rewards and also full of maps of the ZZZ Zone Zero, then I guess you are going to get around like a 400 pools. Getting a Ramil is going to be the another good options. But if you really want to have another second teams, I guess getting this Lego Blade is going to be a best in slot without a single questions. So other character you can totally choose, which is going to be the Trigger, Soldier and also the Jendo, but this character are kind of like a way too much expensive, especially for the Trigger. This girl really required her signature weapon to make her perfectly workful for each and every teams, because this signature weapon not even going to give you a shock damage, but also going to give a 60% defense ignore for your whole over team members. Soldier NB is another character where she really required her to trigger to make her team perfect. And Jendo, she's also another character where it's kind of like a not even existent in the current meta. She was good in 1.5 years ago, but right now after like a Nova Flare buff and also some other buff they already been added to her kit, she's still somewhat of usable, but not even compared to any of this like a Hugo Vlad level class and also some other DPS characters. So picking for the DPS character would be the Hugo Vlad, but for the support characters, if you do have a wish one and also some anomaly of a other characters, then I guess Lucia is going to be another good options that you have to pick for, and also you have to reconsider for it. But the other thing is going to be is the signature weapon. Yes, they are going to provide a signature weapon for each and every 5-star character that they actually trying to give you. So for the Gendo signature weapon is going to be best in slot for the Gendo, but if you don't even have the Miyabi signature weapon or also have Miyabi, then I guess her signature weapon can also work on the Miyabi, as well as for the Hugo Blade, this guy's signature weapon can also going to be workful for the Ye Shungang if you don't even have a Ye Shungang of her signature W engine. For the triggers, this is the another important things, because if you don't even able to get the trigger signature W engine on her ongoing banner, on her the banner when she was actually debuting or having her second rerun, I guess having a signature weapon going to be complete for your SNB team if you are lacking of it. This is kind of like a basic things if you are a regular player, but if you are a new player, I guess you don't even have to think about it anymore. So this is all about like a free stuff, but another stuff is going to be the skins. Yes, this second anniversary are going to give us a 4-star character with her skin. Yes, this character none other than is going to be the Lucy. Yes, Lucy is a 4-star kind of like a support characters, but when it comes to her value into this character, she doesn't even have that much of a value, but she does have a value if you are a lacking of a support characters. Having her skin which is looks like a premium, you can even see that she is wearing a cheerleader type of dress. Man, this is another W move. So this is all for the skin part. Let's move on to the another part, which is going to be the standard character selection. Yes, in this like a new version of a second anniversary patch, they are going to add some of this like another limited character for the standard push. So if you are don't want to lose with the Nakomata and also some other standard character with the Rina and Lycon, there would be another 3 character of options that you are really like to lose on that, which is going to be the Yanagi, Caesar, and also the Julian. Man, if you really love the big melons of ass, or you can say the asset, I guess getting the Julian is going to be the best start. For the Yanagi, if you are lacking a support for our Miyabi, where the Yanagi is going to be best start for her, since she is totally going to be give you a value, or you can say the stack being the Miyabi on off field and also being on field of a Yanagi. This is another options that you could pick if you do have a Miyabi with a full teams but not even have a Yanagi on that team. But for the Caesar, when she was released, she was a premises of a kind of like similar to Bennett. You already know that how the Bennett is still to this relevant to the Genshin Impact. Even people consider Bennett as a kind of like a mistake what the Genshin has been doing it. So Caesar was kind of like a things when she was actually debuted, but the game's total direction doesn't even favor to her, and she even currently right now she doesn't even have any kind of value. But if you are a new player and also try to have a comfortable clear with the end game modes and also some other things, I guess she could be a good options for you. Besides the signature, W engine are going to be added into the standard banner, where you do have a chance to get one of those things instead of a characters. So this is like another simple things. Besides this anniversary are going to give you a Pyrois, which is our new MC of a free 5-star character that they were actually given to us into the recent stories. Again, you are going to get a kind of like a constellation, which is around like amount of a 2 for this second anniversary patch, and also his 5-star of a signature W engine. Another thing is going to be they are going to give us a 10 Boopons, because in this game we do have a like a Boopons and some like a small mascot which are try to give you a buff during the battlefield, and these mascots are actually another interesting things for the ZZZ are stand out in front of every other gacha games. So this is like all of the rewards, but there another important aspect is going to be is our new Void Hunter, which is a Ramiel. Man, Ramiel are going to have another good things where she is going to be run whole over the patch. So if I just give you a quick example, when the first phase of the banner is going to end and second phase of the banner is going to start, which is consist of a Sigrid and also some other DLN characters, in that time Ramiel are going to be appear that banner, so she is already going to be done whole over the patch. So this is another important things. If you are a regular player, don't even have enough boosts, and also somewhat of a lose the 50-50 Ramiel for the first time, I guess you do have another chance to get her on her debut banner, because we don't even know that when she are going to have a rerun character, since this game rerun value is way too much slower compared to the HSR, but in Genshin Impact level this is kind of like both are similar things. Another interesting part is going to be in the second phase of the banner with the alongside with the reruns, they are trying to give us a 3 character with their guaranteed system. Where am I going to start with it? This is way too much interesting that we could ever see that. So these 3 characters are going to be, first one is Dialin, and also second one is going to be the Yuzuha, and third one is going to be the Haramusa. For the Haramusa's case, this guy was kind of like a free for our half anniversary when the game was actually launched in 2024, but after that this guy doesn't even hold any kind of value, so getting him is going to be no question at all. The 2 characters character that you have to mention, which is going to be the Dialin and also Yuzuha. Even to this day, currently Dialin is a powerhouse that can even make any of this character with a ultimate maniac, where that character can even have a higher ultimate generation than any other one, and she is going to give you an instant ultimate, not even going to give you an ultimate generation or anything at all. So this is kind of like a first pickup that you have to pick for. But if you do have an anomaly character, some other things, I guess Yuzuha is one of the best character to have in currently right now. There is no other character that what Yuzuha can even provide to your anomaly DPS and also anomaly sub DPS character. For the Dialin, getting Dialin is also going to be the best in slot, and also this is not the end thing. What the anniversary has ended, they are going to give you a 20% first 10 pulls of a raid pool. So if you do have a 10 polychromes, you do have a chance to use the 8 polychromes with the amount of a 10th one. So this is like a 20%, and you are going to have a good start with the last one. So if you just somehow able to get your first 10 pull with your Dialin, I guess you don't even have to move to with the 80 pulls, or you can say 75 pulls, since 75 pulls are going to give you a softwity. But this banner is not going to be the 50-50 normal one. This is going to be the guaranteed one. So having a powerhouse of these two characters with their highest amount of value in current meta, I guess this is no-brainer, the best things that the ZZZ developers ever could do. Man, I guess I just totally give you a whole over of a rundown that what the ZZZ second anniversary are going to be and what kind of rewards are going to be. These typical things and also some rewards are better than what the Wuthering could have into the second anniversary. We were promised so much things from the second anniversary, but the people are not even happy what they actually given to us, but they somehow able to forget when they just announced the Cyberpunk collab, which is kind of like a fair, because in Cyberpunk collab we do get a limited characters and also a free character as well as, but this is also the same one what the HSR's collab character has been doing it. Anyway, I am not even here to give you a judgment which game is better, which game is not, but giving you a little bit of a rundown how the Wuthering second anniversary could have even better. It's just they just given us a single bit of a character from the scratch with their old versions. And another thing is going to be given the buff. Yes, HSRs has been started these things, which is an overflow buff to a certain characters, but when it comes to ZZZ, they also started this kind of like a few patches ago to given the old characters buff to make them relevant into the current patches. Wutheringers should have started these things currently right now, because they have so many types of character where the other players already bench into this current right now, and they don't even have any kind of like a use case into this current meta, because each and every patches when the new character release, the new character are going to be better than the previous one, and the better is not even like a 1 or 2% better. This is going to be a way too much better, since the HP inflation and so many things are already been changing in Tower of Adversity and some other endgame moves in Wuthering. Okay, that's all for this video. I guess I can give you a little bit of a rundown what the thing has been happening for the ZZZ. If you like it, leave a like. If you really want to see this types of content for more, you can totally subscribe to my channel, and so see you on the next video. Up until then, peace.